All right, on. Welcome to Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Happy Sunday. Grab a coffee. Make yourself comfortable. I got a good video for you guys today. Attraction tips for men. Silly beliefs that make men look weak. Make them look childish and make them look very unattractive to the opposite sex. The main thing, the main one, and every guy has struggled with this. I've struggled with this because we grow up conditioned in the sense all the time. We grow up with the belief that we always need to do what's best for her. Always. At the expense of what's best for us. And that is a problem. Because if you really believe that, if that really goes into your mental framework, if you really internalize that you always need to do what's best for your girl, always do what's best for her, always be there for her. You know, do what she tells you to do all the time, and you'll have a great relationship. And nothing is more damaging to a relationship, to a family, than that belief set. That you always need to do what's best for her. No, that is wrong. And I have lived that myself. I have lived that, and I paid a heavy price for that, having that belief set. Well, why is it problematic? For one, you're not giving yourself what you need. You're always doing what's best for other people at your own expense. And it doesn't just apply, it's not exclusive to females, the person you're dating, or your family. That mindset also goes into relationships with other people, in business, work, your friends. Always do what's best for others around you at your own expense. No. Put yourself first. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself first. Why? Because then you are at your absolute best to take care of others around you. Always. And especially in a dating context, women can sense that. And they can sense that you're not being your best self. You're always putting her first. Well, that's what they say they want, right? Yeah, but that's not necessarily the truth of what they want. They want a guy who's going to be honest, who's going to be authentic, who's going to be real. Even if that comes off as being a little bit selfish at times, that guy becomes a little more trustworthy, a little more reliable. Why? Because he'll say what he thinks. He'll be real and honest with you, and he'll say what he thinks. Whether you like it, whether you like what he's saying, or whether you don't, it doesn't matter. He's being real, authentic, and honest with you. Even if it's a little bit selfish. But you know what? Who cares? Sometimes we gotta learn to be a little bit selfish. Sometimes we gotta learn to be a little bit self-involved. Not to a narcissistic sense, but to a self-care sense. Because if you're always putting other people first, if you're always putting a female in your life first, other things will fall by the wayside. And years and years ago, in a past relationship that I had, I fell into that hole of always doing what's best for her. And I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, everything fell by the wayside. Everything. I would sacrifice certain things that I need to do throughout my week, like Tuesday, Wednesday evenings, things I had, commitments that I had planned. Why? Just to spend time with her, because she was sad, she was having a rough day. So what did I do? Oh, well, I had to sacrifice commitments and engagements that I was already committed to in advance. Why? Oh, because she's sad today. She's having a rough day. Boo-hoo. And I did that willingly. I did that without thinking what I was actually doing. And this would happen over a course of like weeks and months. For like a year and a half we were together. And why does that become unattractive to women? Well, one, she's not going to see you as, essentially she's not going to see you as a man when you act like that. You're not being real, you're not being authentic, you're being her caregiver. She doesn't need a caregiver, she needs a boyfriend, she needs a man. And start acting like a man, yeah? You're not her little brother, you're not her caregiver, you're not her psychologist, you're her boyfriend. And you know what? If she's having a rough day, she's having a hard time, you know what? Let her be sad. If she's sad, she doesn't always need you. She has other people. You can call her mother, call her girlfriends, call someone else. As a man, when you're busy and you have prior engagements, you honor those commitments. You've already committed to those things and you go and do it, and you don't let other things get in the way of that, especially someone's feelings, someone's emotions, unless it's a big, huge emergency, like a life or death situation that's different, you know. But if it's a situation where a girl's just like, I know it, I'm not, oh honey, can you stay with me? I had a rough day, I'm not feeling so good. Can you cancel those plans you made with your friends, with your guys? Can you cancel those plans? Can I have a rough day? No. No. And it's easy. It's super easy to fall into that trap. Extremely easy to fall into that emotional conversation. And it's so easy to fall into that. Get sucked into that. Speaking that emotional language and getting sucked into all that. And some guys will be able to give it up right away. Okay, I'll give up my plans. All right, I'll give up my engagements that I had. I'll give it up. No problem. Anything for you, honey. No problem, of course. And then what happens? Well, your friends get upset with you because you're always bailing on them. And your friendships with them will slide because they start giving up on you. Like, well, he's never going to come out with us and hang out with the boys. Why? Well, because he's always catering to his girl's emotions all the time. Emotions are just emotions. They're fleeting. They come and go. And you don't feel responsible to always respond to emotions, to anybody's emotions. It's not your responsibility. It's their responsibility. Get that through your head. Your emotions are your responsibility. I get emotional sometimes. I get upset sometimes. Of course. But I don't put my emotions as someone else's responsibility. It's nobody's responsibility but mine. Yes, I get upset, I get frustrated, I get angry, I get sad, I get disappointed. You know what? I'll feel better later. I'll go work out. I'll have a coffee, whatever. Grab a beer, go hang out with some friends. I'll feel better. You don't need someone to cater to your emotions. And as a man, you don't need to cater to a woman's emotions all the time. That's not your job, it's not your responsibility. You're a man, you got a mission, you got a purpose, and you got to follow through your job and your commitments and live a well-balanced life. Because if you're always catering and always responding, always reacting to a female's emotions, your life becomes very unbalanced. And everything else kind of falls apart. And you're actually gonna grow resentful a little bit from that. You're actually gonna grow very resentful, and your woman's gonna see that, and she's gonna pick up on that. And you know what? If you don't respond to her emotions, she may get upset, and that's fine, and that's okay. Guess what? Later she won't be. She'll be over it the next day. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to get these silly childish beliefs out of your head. You can always gotta be there for her. You gotta cater to her all the time. You gotta show her how much you like. That's childish. It's a teenage belief set. It's for teenagers. It's childish. And as an adult, there's a lot of adults like that who still think like that, and we're still conditioned like that. It's time to grow up. Stop trying to be a child and start acting like a man. And live your life, live your purpose, and be unapologetic about it. Learn to be a little bit selfish at times and do what's best for you. Not being antisocial. Not being a complete ass. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the right moments, you need to know when it's time to do what's best for you. And if someone that you're interacting with doesn't like that or offended by that, you know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it. They'll be over it later. That's fine. And learn to start internalizing these beliefs, because if you continue to live your life living the childish belief that you always need to do what's best for her, you always need to be there, you always need to make sure you're doing what she wants you to do all the time, well, keep doing that and see where that leads you. And you see that. Yes, you'll grow resentful and she'll grow resentful. And over time, and the longer that goes on, as long as that belief goes on, which dictates that behavior, it's going to be harder and harder to pull yourself out of that. Much harder. So get out of it, start doing what's best for you, and start living your best life. And on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you like this video, you can like, subscribe, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I'll see you all in the next episode. I haven't done it in a while, Alpha Dad Mindset, episode 16. I'll be talking about why men need to be the leader of their family. I'll go into depth about that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.